using both Python2.x and Python3.x in ipython-notebook. I use ipython notebooks and would like to be able to select to create a 2.x or 3.x Python notebook in ipython. I initially had Anaconda. With Anaconda, a global environment variable had to be changed to select what version of Python you want, and then ipython could be started. This is not what I was looking for, so I uninstalled Anaconda and now have set up my own installation using macports and pip. It seems that I still have to use to toggle between Python 2.x and 3.x, which is no better than the Anaconda solution. Is there a way to select what version of Python you want to use after you start an ipython notebook, preferably with my current macports built?
The idea here is to install multiple ipython kernels. Here are instructions for Anaconda. If you are not using Anaconda, I recently added instructions using pure virtual envs. Anaconda is greater than or equal to 4.1.0. Since version 4.1.0, Anaconda includes a special package nb_cond_kernels that detects conda environments with notebook kernels and automatically registers them. This makes using a new Python version as easy as creating new conda environments. After a restart of Jupyter Notebook, the new kernels are available over the graphical interface. Please note that new packages have to be explicitly installed into the new environments. The Managing Environments section in Conda's docs provides further information. Manually registering kernels. Users who do not want to use nb_cond_kernels or still use older versions of Anaconda can use the following steps to manually register ipython kernels. Configure the Python 2.7 environment. Configure the Python 3.6 environment. After that, you should be able to choose between Python 2 and Python 3 when creating a new notebook in the interface. Additionally, you can pass the name and display name options to ipython kernel install if you want to change the names of your kernels. See ipython kernel install help for more information.
If you're running Jupyter on Python 3, you can set up a Python 2 kernel like this. This URL.
These instructions explain how to install a Python 2 and Python 3 kernel in separate virtual environments for non-Anaconda users. If you are using Anaconda, please find my other answer for a solution directly tailored to Anaconda. I assume that you already have Jupyter Notebook installed. First, make sure that you have a Python 2 and a Python 3 interpreter with pip available. On Ubuntu, you would install these by. Next, prepare and register the kernel environments. To make things easier, you may want to add shell aliases for the activation command to your shell config file. Depending on the system and shell you use, this can be e.g. ~basic, ~bash_profile or ~zshrc. After restarting your shell, you can now install new packages after activating the environment you want to use. Or
with the current version of the Notebook/Jupyter, you can create a Python 3 kernel. After starting a new notebook application from the command line with Python 2, you should see an entry, Python 3 inch in the drop-down menu menu. This gives you a notebook that uses Python 3, so you can have two notebooks side by side with different Python versions. The details. Create this directory, mkdir, p/.ipython/kernels/python3. Create this file /.ipython/kernels/python3/kernel.json with this content. Restart the notebook server. Select Python 3 inch from the drop-down menu and new. Work with a Python 3 notebook. Select Python 2 from the drop-down menu and new. Work with a Python 2 notebook.
A solution is available that allows me to keep my macports installation by configuring the ipython kernel spec. Requirements. MacPorts is installed in the usual /opt directory. Python 2.7 is installed through MacPorts. Python 3.4 is installed through MacPorts. ipython is installed for Python 2.7. ipython is installed for Python 3.4. For Python 2.x. For Python 3.x. Now you can open an ipython notebook and then choose a Python 2.x or a Python 3.x notebook.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.